The regulations that were passed under the Biden administration require employers to develop and implement heat illness prevention plans, monitor heat hazards, and provide necessary controls like access to water, rest breaks, and shade. There's also a training component for employees and supervisors on heat safety. Employers have to establish a written plan tailored to their specific workplace, outlining how they're going to identify and control heat hazards. They have to regularly assess heat conditions, including the heat index. They have to ensure that water is provided, it's readily available. Rest breaks are provided in shaded areas and of course, offering access to shaded or air-conditioned areas. I mentioned the training component before, and also have an emergency response plan. The drinking water and rest breaks, kicks in at 80 degrees, and at 90 degrees, additional paid rest breaks, mandatory observation for heat illness symptoms, and heat hazard alerts. Again, enforcement of the new regulation was expected to begin in 2025. The regulation passed, but it really has not been enforced yet, and people are sort of taking a wait and see attitude to see what the Trump administration is going to do with respect to that. All of that being said, if I'm a good employer and I have employees who are working outside in this heat, I am definitely going to be doing a lot of these things anyway, including maybe allowing employees to shift hours around so that maybe they can start much earlier in the day.
Or do their side hustle first and then come in later hours. Is that what you're saying?
Come and moonlight at our place of employment, sure. But providing the shade, the rest breaks, all of those types of things are just good ideas in the workplace. So highly recommend employers maybe take a look at the new regulation that was passed last year and see what that said, and maybe trying to follow some of those things anyway.
I can't stop but smile when I'm listening to our conversation, which I completely agree with. Don't misunderstand me. I think looking after people's health and well-being is really important, but standards change over time, and we started with back in my day, it was called moonlighting. My kids don't know what that means, but back in my day, and under in part my watch, we didn't provide water or even sports drinks unless it was over 95 degrees. Not heat index, unless the temperature was over 95, and we had a water fountain, and we were shaded because we all worked inside a building, but it was non-air conditioned, and unless it was over 95, the company didn't provide any form of refreshments. And I think about where we're at today, and everyone gets coffee and water. I mean, there's lots of refreshments provided, and I definitely am promoting that, not what we used to do, but we weren't unusual either in behaving that way.
Well, as a teenager, I worked on my father's real estate maintenance crew, and one of the really hot summers as a teenager, I spent part of that summer tarring a roof down on Washington Avenue with heat up in the hundreds every day, with the heat indices way up there, and here I am today, a lawyer.
Facing complex employment law challenges? As an AIM member, you get direct access to Ogletree Deacon's top attorneys for expert guidance and defense. Call AIM at 800-948-5700 or visit aimea.org to engage expert workplace specialists today.